Hello, everyone. Today's question is, just to clarify, is the correlation coefficient positive if y increases as x increases, negative if y increases as, negative if y decreases as x increases, 0 if there's no relation between x and y, and would the correlation still be positive if y decreases as x decreased as well? Great question. Okay. The correlation coefficient. In general, I wouldn't put y first in this case. So let's go point by point and edit just a little bit. Okay, so positive if y increases as x increases. So I would say positive if as x increases, y increases, right? And this is all on average, right? Negative, let's do the x first because the x is the independent variable. If x increases, y decreases on average, right? 0 if there's no relation between x and y, very, very close. 0 if there is no linear relationship between x and y, right? Because essentially you can have a relationship between x and y that's just not linear, and the correlation could be 0. So for example, if you saw a parabola between x and y, the correlation would be close to 0 because of that parabola. That doesn't mean there's no relationship. It just means there's no linear relationship. Correlation only measures the strength and direction of a linear relationship, meaning has to fall on a line. All right, and would the correlation still be positive if y decreases as x decreased as well? So in general, we don't really talk about x decreasing because, I mean, you could talk about it that way, but for stats for the interpretation, I would just encourage you to say it with x increasing, just like we read left to right in regular reading, we read the plot left to right. So we read it from x increasing what happens. So here I would just say the correlation will be positive if, let's do it again, x increases, right? Then y increases. Okay. So from there, I would just say, because we read left to right, we're just going to talk about x increasing what happens to y because we're reading the plot left to right.